Okay, guys, back, I believe, with part 5 of my hybrid 1970, 71, 72, 73 football set. Again, the criteria, each player that has a card issued has one card in the set. Again, Johnny Unitas has 4 cards, 70, 71, 72, 73, but he only has one card in here because every player that had a card is in here. And first card we're looking at here is Mike Bass, a cornerback for the Washington Redskins. He was a really solid football player. He was drafted by the Packers, my Packers, in 1967. I didn't realize that, but he was picked with the 314th pick in the 12th round out of Michigan, and he was a running back primarily when he played for the Wolverines. Green Bay sold him to Detroit, and he was on the taxi squad in 68 and 69. But then in 1969, he signed with the Redskins as Vince Lombardi was the general manager. And Mike would play in 104 straight games for the Redskins. And from 69 to 75, in 7 seasons, he had 30 interceptions. He only gave up 8 touchdown passes as a defensive back. And famously, he scored the Redskins' only touchdown in Super Bowl VII when Garo Yepremian, the kick was blocked and Garo threw it, and Mike caught it and ran it in for a touchdown. The Dolphins, of course, would go on to win the Super Bowl, completing the only unbeaten season, 17-0. But Mike retired in 1976 due to a neck injury. And but Mike Bass, he was a really, really good player. Mike Battle here at the New York Jets. He was a defensive back, a kick returner. This is his rookie card, and it is his only card. Mike was a 2-time All-American out of USC, drafted in 1969 in round 12 with the 311th pick by the New York Jets. He played in 28 games. He never started a game. In the NFL, he had 1 interception and 71 kick returns for his career. But Mike Battle, that's his only card. Pete Beathard, from a quarterback for the Cardinals. This is Pete's last card. And his rookie card was 1965. He had cards issued from 65 to 69, and then this 1972. Pete, he led the USC Trojans to the national championship in 1962, was player of the game in the 1963 Rose Bowl. He was drafted number 5 by the NFL by the Detroit Lions and number 2 by the AFL team, the Kansas City Chiefs. He signed with Kansas City, and he played with the Chiefs from 64 to 66, and then with the Oilers, 67 to 69, the Cardinals, 70-71, the Rams in 72, the Chiefs in 73. He played in the WFL, the World Football League, for Portland in 74, and the WFL 1975 for the Chicago team. And he was briefly on the roster of the Raiders in 75. I mean, he was all over the football landscape. He played in 110 games. He started 35. I looked it up. He threw 43 touchdowns, but had 84 interceptions. And Pete was the younger brother of NFL executive Bobby Beathard, who I believe was might be in the Hall of Fame. His brother Bobby with the Redskins, possibly. Al Beauchamp. This is Al's rookie card. And he had cards issued in 73 through 74 plus 76. Al was drafted in 1968 out of Southern University by the Bengals with the 138th pick. He played for the Bengals from 68 to 75, and then the Cardinals in 76. Al suited up in 125 games in the NFL, starting 107. He had 15 interceptions and 8 fumble recoveries with 1 touchdown. And again, as you can see, I put everybody in here in alphabetical order. Al Beauchamp, Joe Beauchamp. Joe, this is Joe's rookie card, and he also had a card issued in 75. He was drafted by the Chargers in 1966 with the 53rd pick. He played with the Chargers from 66 to 75, and he played 117 games, starting 97, did Joe. He had 23 interceptions, 6 fumble recoveries, and he scored 3 touchdowns. Tom Beer. Have another beer, Tom. Tom Beer, a tight end for the Patriots. This is his last card. He had a card in 1968 and 69. He was drafted out of football powerhouse, 1967, Detroit Mercy Houston. Yeah, I never even heard of Detroit Mercy Houston. But he was drafted by the Broncos with the 32nd pick in the second round. He played for 3 years with Denver. He had 40 receptions, and he went to the Patriots for 3 years where he had 25. Tom suited up in 79 games, starting 41, and he had 4 touchdowns in his career. Interestingly, Tom wrote a memoir. It was titled Sunday's Fools: Stomped, Tromped, Kicked, and Chewed in the NFL, recounting the experience of playing for 2 of the worst franchises at that time in the NFL. Quite the title. Sunday's Fools: Stomped, Tromped, Kicked, and Chewed in the NFL. Kind of makes me want to go get the book to see what he's got to say. Pretty interesting. Okay, over here we got Tom Beer. He was a defensive back. 49ers again. I say it every video. Mate, he's wearing a Dolphins jersey, but he's with the 49ers. He was drafted in 1967, and he was a consensus All-American in 1966 out of the University of Miami. And Tom played in 28 games, 14 in 1967 and 14 in 1969, starting 8 total games. And he had 2 interceptions, Tom did. Jim Burney, Oilers. This is his last card. And Jim, his rookie card was in 1970. He had cards in 72 and then the 73. He was drafted out of Purdue, Big Ten team, in 1968 by the Oilers with the 105th pick. Jim, he was an All-American in 1966 and the second team in 1967. So had a really good junior year and a really good senior year. He was a AFL All-Star in 1969. Played with the Oilers from 68 to 73. The Chargers in 74, and the Oilers again in 75 through 76. Jim suited up for 94 games, starting 48. He had 142 receptions with 11 touchdowns. And his best years were 1968 and 69 and 71. He had 111 catches in those 3 years. That's pretty good. So he had a couple of good years and then some not so good years. And this guy here, Bill Bell, a kicker with the Falcons. He's a rookie card, and it's his only card, and I understand why that's the case. Bill, he was drafted out of Kansas, Jayhawker, by the Falcons with the 428th pick in the 17th round in 1970. He was cut in 1970. He signed with the Falcons, and he kicked with them for 2 years, and he played 3 games with the Patriots. He made 1 out of 4 field goal attempts, and then he was cut for poor performance. He appeared in 31 games, and Bill, he made 10 out of 18 field goals for his career, and 64 out of 69 extra points, and he's a heck of a lot better kicker than I was, but certainly not really NFL caliber a player. That's why he had a pretty short career. But you know what? Bill suited up, and I didn't, so I got nothing to say on that. But anyways, I love these cards, guys. I love the stories behind these guys. Fantastic. None of these guys on this page here, other than Mike Bass, really did much in the NFL. But man, they all played. It's more than I can say. And they all got cards. And there's a story behind every single one of these cardboards, and I like figuring it out. And I love my football cards. So I hope you enjoyed this. Until next time, guys, take care. Keep on collecting. Enjoy this hobby however you choose to hobby. Take care.